Muy buenos días a todos. Hoy es lunes y como todos los lunes estoy aquí. Mi nombre es Tommie Hernández. Mi misión en Sirena Patterns es ayudarlos a que se enamoren de la costura, como me enamoré yo de ella hace muchísimos años. Me encantaría que le demos la bienvenida próximamente, todavía no, a esta muchacha, esta persona que tanto aprecio, que se llama Mari de Jesús. Y vamos a estar entrevistándolas para que puedan hacerle todas las preguntas que quieran sobre Project Dress a Girl. Y nos va a estar hablando un poquito de su historia porque quiero que conozcan bloggers con V, ¿verdad? Que tienen canales de YouTube relacionados con la costura y vean cómo con un trabajo a tiempo completo se pueden hacer muchísimas cosas. Pero antes de darle la bienvenida a Mari de Jesús, quiero hablarles de un día maravilloso que tuve ayer domingo. En el día de ayer celebramos el primer aniversario de nuestro club de costura Sirena Elite, que por ahí hay 3 de los miembros, Marianit, Ginette y Ivette Solís, que estuvieron conmigo allí. Tuvimos alrededor de 30 miembros de los más de 120 miembros de nuestro club de costura Sirena Elite. Tuvimos un compartir espectacular. Ahí dice también Ginette Martínez que el aniversario estuvo espectacular, compartir con ellas, vernos en persona, tuvimos sorteos, comimos juntas, la pasamos súper. Por ahí está Adlin. Buenos días, Adlin. Espero que luego puedas volver a estar con nosotros. Buenos días, Carmen Pérez. Norma Adorno, que estuvo con nosotros. Norma, tienes una nueva amiga. Por ahí me escribió Migdalia, que quiere comunicarse contigo. Ginny Ortiz, que también estuvo. Es un grupo maravilloso donde pudimos hablar de las cosas que nos gustan. Hicimos sorteos. Elizabeth Rolón ganó el primer lugar en lo que fue el modelaje, porque ellas fueron con piezas confeccionadas por ellas mismas. Por ahí está Silma, que también estuvo conmigo ayer. Wilma Cuadrado, que te echamos de menos. Sé que tu situación está difícil, pero más adelante vas a poder asistir a alguno de nuestros eventos. Uchi también, todas vestidas con piezas realizadas por ellas mismas. Cosa que, ¿verdad? Que para algunas personas puede sonar, ¿por qué habría yo de perder tiempo cosiendo algo cuando puedo ir y puedo comprarme algo por 15 pesos? Y la satisfacción que está en coser algo con tus propias manos es algo que no tiene precio. Conocí también a Carmen Rodríguez, que está por ahí. Buenos días, Carmen. Gracias a todas las que se dieron cita. Dimos premios de Hola Zabal, que nos dio un costurero con muchísimos materiales de costura. Tienda Las Telas, tenemos un sorteo que lo vamos a hacer en el grupo privado. Ellos nos dieron unas tijeras Kai de $69.99, unas tijeras espectaculares japonesas. También tuvimos la cartera costurera de Alonso y Sobrino, que es una cartera chulísima con un montón de materiales. Y también nuestra gente de Casa Tomás en Carolina nos donó una canasta valorada en $50 en material. Y por último, quiero darle un agradecimiento a Tasty Smart. Mis amigas de Tasty Smart son 2 mujeres emprendedoras que tienen una fábrica de galletas gluten free que son deliciosas y yo como de todo. Así que los que tienen alguna condición, es indispensable que vayan a cualquier tienda, supermercado. Ellos se están distribuyendo no solo en Puerto Rico, sino también en Estados Unidos. Y prueben, y los que no tienen ninguna condición, como yo, aprovechen porque están deliciosas. Buenos días, Daisy, Ana Teresa, Yolanda Marcano. Y sin más preámbulo, le damos la bienvenida a Mari de Jesús. Hey, Mari, welcome.
Hi, Tommie. Thank you so much for having me here. You know, I really have to say, it's such an honor to be sitting here talking with you because as a Latina, you give me something to aspire towards, and it's the biggest compliment that I could possibly give you. It's you inspire me so much, and I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much for your kind words, and you inspire us, not just because you're a very successful blogger and also have a full-time job, but because you have helped my community help others with Project Dress a Girl. But before talking about Project Dress a Girl, I want my community to learn a bit more about you. Who is Mari de Jesus? I know you were born in Ohio from Puerto Rican parents, but can you talk a bit more? And also how you, even though you've been raised in the States, how you embrace being Puerto Rican and being a Latina?
Yeah, sure. Um, wow. So yeah, I was born in Ohio, in the Cleveland area. So I was raised in this small town called Lorraine. And it's funny because my husband, who's a New Yorican, when he goes to visit Lorraine, he's like, why are there so many Puerto Ricans here? It's amazing. So in a nutshell, a bunch of Puerto Ricans came to work in the steel mill in Lorraine back in the day. And so there's a really big, lively community. And, like I grew up going to the corner store, with the Puerto Rican murals on the side of the store, getting my quenepa and all of that fun stuff when it was in season. So for me, like kind of embracing the Puerto Rican culture was never a question. It was never hard for me to do because I was always surrounded by it. And so I've been very fortunate that my family was actually able to provide that experience for me. Yeah. Um, but I'm no longer in Ohio. I do work full time, and through my jobs, I've moved from state to state, and now I'm currently living in Maryland. And it's a bit different here because you get a whole lot more different diversity, especially from, the Latin American countries. So it's really kind of fun just seeing you know, how Guatemalans are, and oh, you're from Peru, let's talk. It's the most amazing experience. But yeah, I've been sewing for it's been over 10 years now, a little over 10 years. And I first started because I wanted to dress my curvy body in beautiful clothing. And I was tired of walking around looking like I was wearing a potato sack all the time.
That's not what you want.
And well, when I first started, I was making myself potato sack looking skirts and stuff. But I think I've gotten to the point where, things do fit beautifully and I feel amazing in the clothing that I wear, which is, like, why else do we sew?
Yes, it's not because it's cheaper. It's not because it's just because you want to be different and be able to show your own style and make the decisions. I want this fabric and this color and this silhouette and this size on the top and this size on the bottom. Adjust your clothing so it fits perfectly. So it's great that you've been sewing for a while, that you love being from Puerto Rican parents and embrace that culture, because I know for some people being Latina is kind of a problem because they feel less or they feel different. And I'm so glad that times have changed and that now it's more of I'm very proud of being Puerto Ricans. I hear in the group we have Deborah Clevers. Deborah, if you could comment where you're from in the comments. She's part of a club. She speaks mostly English, but understands Spanish, and she's always in our Facebook Live. And our most recent pattern, the Deborah dress and blouse, is named after her. So welcome, Deborah. Oh,
I can't wait to see that. I can't
your
wait to see it.
your parents are from which towns in Puerto Rico?
My dad currently lives in Barranquitas, so he's up in the mountains still. I need to make a trip to go and visit him, make sure he's okay. And my mom is still in Ohio. Yeah,
Okay,
but she's from the Carolina area.
Okay, it would be amazing if you were able to come. My husband's parents are from Orocovis, which is pretty close to Barranquitas. We currently live in Carolina, but if you ever come to Puerto Rico, just let me know. I live 50 minutes from the airport. I could go pick you up, and I'm pretty sure that our community would welcome you, and we could do something together.
Oh, count on it for sure. Yeah.
You're invited. Deborah says she's from Aguanga, California.
Okay.
I have no idea that town existed. Now tell me a bit more about Project Dress a Girl, that initiative, and how many people are working on it, and to what countries do these dresses eventually arrive?
Yeah, sure. So Project Dress a Girl, this is the second year for Project Dress a Girl. And the entire initiative is for the sewing community to come together to sew beautiful dresses for little girls that are living in poverty, not only, here in the United States, but also worldwide. A lot of these little girls have never owned a brand new garment of their own. Some have only had hand-me-downs, and some of them might even be running around in just oversized t-shirts. So this is really an initiative to, bring some awareness to, this year the charity is Dress a Girl Around the World, which is run by Hope for Women International. So that's the goal this year. And let me tell you, I mean, this sewing community, Tommie, you know this, but it's absolutely amazing, amazing, right? I did a count on, how many dresses I've seen so far on Instagram, and we're almost at 400 already. And it's only the 12th, and a lot of people do a lot of deadline sewing, and I'm talking
What
about you Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Rican time, Puerto Rican time. I know.
Yeah, last year we were able to donate close to 900 dresses. And this year, I think we're going to surpass that by quite a bit. So it's really looking exciting. And these dresses, they do end up in a lot of warmer countries. So the dresses that I donate here in Maryland ended up in Kenya, a West African country. I can't remember which one off the top of my head, but they also went to Mexico, the Navajo Nation here in the United States. So, reservations, and, local children living in Baltimore. I do know that Karen, the ambassador in Ohio, has been donating to Central America. So these dresses are really kind of getting out there. Not to mention that this year we have a YouTuber. So I should have mentioned, thank you to all the many people who are supporting me on YouTube, because I couldn't do this alone, right? So almost every day this month, there are other YouTubers who are making videos and spreading the word, just like you did with your amazing t-shirt. It's a t-shirt dress, right? So they're spreading the word, but one of them was in Canada, and there wasn't an ambassador who was taking dresses there. So she took the initiative to find Ukrainian refugees to donate the dresses to. I mean, this, like, people's hearts are just opening really big. And the power that a brand new garment, right? Like when you put on that brand new garment that looks amazing, it makes you feel really good. And that's how we're trying to make these girls feel.
Yesterday, most of our students from CDNI Lead were wearing something made by themselves. And we even had a fashion show, So for them, it was, they were proud of what they were wearing because they made it themselves and they felt good about it. And they made all the decisions, the color, the length, the style. And it was great to see our patterns in all types of silhouettes and heights and sizes, and I felt so good to know that what we are doing is able to fit so many people, so many different types of people, and they all look beautiful in it. So that definitely helps. From what part of Maryland are you?
I'm right outside of Washington, D.C. So anyone coming to Washington, D.C., let me know. We'll
My
go and
brother,
get some drinks.
my brother lives in Maryland, but he's about an hour and 15 minutes from DC. So I don't know the town from the top of my head, but I guess he's pretty close to you then.
Yeah, I should go bother him.
I know. Go visit and eat Puerto Rican food because his wife cooks Puerto Rican food too. Deborah
Mm.
says, I love this concept. I have sisters in Mexico. I recently sent a capsule of clothing to them with the intention of them sharing with those who need them. So thank you so much, Deborah, for helping others with what you're doing, for helping others with your art. Atlin says, since you moved, the people from the States will need a new address to send you the dresses. Atlin is in the States. She lives, where do you live, Atlin? She lives in the States. She's part of our community. And I think you should contact her. What is the best way to contact you? Instagram?
Instagram is always an easy way, or you can send me an email to contactmarisos@gmail.com.
Contact Marisol all together, right?
Yeah, MARISEWS
At Gmail.
@gmail.com.
Okay, Adlin is in Pennsylvania. I just wrote down Maddie's email. I just wrote down Maddie's email so people in the States can contact her directly. If you could just go through it, the rules to participate in Project as a Girl, or the requisites, the type of fabric, what is permitted, what is not permitted, and so the people that haven't started making the dresses they can have everything pretty clear, and so they can start sewing this week.
Yeah, sure. So the majority of these dresses do go to warm weather countries. So we're looking for natural fabrics, woven fabrics. We're looking for cottons, cotton linen blends, things like that. So stuff that you're not going to sweat to death in. For the actual fabrics, we're asking that you do not use upcycled fabrics. If you have fabrics in your stash that you've been wanting to, move out of there, this is a perfect opportunity to sew up a little tiny dress and donate. All of the dresses should be able to pull over your head or the child's head, not yours. So something they can pull over the head without any buttons or zippers or Velcro or snaps or any of that creative stuff. You can use ties, fabric ties, at the shoulders or around on the back. But try to avoid ribbons because sometimes they slip. They become undone a little easily. But for the most part, I mean, those are the major requirements. Fabric wise, try to choose things that don't have words in them because these dresses do end up all around the world. So if they have Spanish or English words on them, it's not going to translate.
Or Halloween or Christmas, any
holidays.
Holidays, yes.
Right. So try to avoid those, as well as cartoon characters. Mickey and Minnie are great in the US, but maybe not so much in other countries.
Yes. Deborah asks, so no knit fabrics, not even jersey knit. You could use them for the top part, right?
Right. So you could definitely use it like Tommie did in the top portion of the dress, but try to provide the woven bottom. And really the reason is that when you look at some of these pictures of these girls, like they might be wearing a long t-shirt, but they have huge holes in them. They're just not really like holding up to the wear and tear. And so something that has like really substantial, like nice, beautiful woven cotton, that's going to really stay around for a much longer time.
And you correct me if I'm wrong. The purpose is to give them not only a new dress, but a new dress sturdy enough that can be used over and over again, because that girl does not have a closet full of clothing to choose from. So she probably is going to wear that dress a lot of times.
This might be their only piece of clothing. So yes, it's very important to make something that will stand up to the washing and the playing.
And pockets are suggested because that way they can carry, maybe they don't have purse, but they have pockets so they can carry things. It's not, they do not need to have pockets, but you're encouraged them to make them, right?
Highly encouraged.
Highly encouraged. Okay. If the girls have any other questions, I have here Olga, I have Marianit, Aleida, Maritza, Sulibet, everyone saying hi to you. Silma, who else? Nidia Otero, Blanca Caparros, Graciela. Thank you for everyone that has been here, not only today, but every Monday. We have a wonderful community. And we have, I would like to encourage people that are not yet part of our membership site, Sirena Elite, to make sure that they use our special offer. Solo $3 el primer mes de Sirena Elite. El precio regular es $30 al mes. Y si aprovechan la oferta, solo $3, por ahí le van a poner el link el primer mes. Ahí ya tienes un patrón, los patrones cuestan 16, alrededor de 16, $17, ya con eso están ganando. Y los meses subsiguientes con 33%, solo $19.99. Por ahí Vivi les puso el enlace. Los que quieran unirse a Sirena Elite, cancelar en cualquier momento y pueden disfrutar no solo de un patrón al mes, montones de tutoriales, sino también de eventos virtuales y presenciales. Nos reunimos 2 veces al mes en eventos virtuales y de vez en cuando tenemos unos inventitos que estábamos planificando, entre ellos hacer un día de chinchorreo textil, como lo bautizó Mariani. Chinchorreo, you know what chinchorreo is, Mari?
I sure do.
But they want to do that type of, have a buzz and a group of people, but to go instead of bar hopping, fabric store hopping in Puerto Rico. And I hope that we're able to do it, because the next stop after that is a trip to New York City. We want to go to New York City to learn more about fabrics. I started at FIT and I live pretty close to the garment district. I live in Chelsea. So I want to take my students to a trip so they can learn more about all the beautiful fabric stores that we have in New York. And I think it's going to be something lovely.
Bring extra suitcases.
Oh yes, I usually go with a big suitcase empty, and I put my regular one on the inside. And then when I get there, I have 2 suitcases. I have an empty one to fill with new fabric. So hopefully we're able to do that. Adlin, la fecha límite de Dress a Girl is 30 de septiembre, but it's September 30 for Mari to have the dresses. So do not ship them September 30. You should ship them before, right?
Oh, no. So September 30th is the deadline to post the pictures on Instagram or send me a total, like via email of how many people have sewn. So you can sew all the way up until the 30th, but then get the dresses in the mail the next week.
Okay. Very good. And Marianita has a question. How did Mari got involved in Project Dress a Girl?
So actually, one of my wonderful subscribers on YouTube had seen an older video that I had done where, like I had a bunch of people at my house. We made maybe 30 dresses, and I was talking about that. And she reached out and said, "Hey, would you mind doing something on YouTube and opening it up to the sewing community?" And I mean, how could I have said no?
Of course.
Absolutely. So that's how I started coordinating. And honestly, for the first year, I started with like 2 weeks notice. I was like, okay, everyone, who's in? Let's go. And so this year it was, we've had more time to prepare. But I'm looking forward to maybe even spreading the love to other charities next year.
Yes, that would be nice. Last year, after doing Project Dress a Girl, we were able to contact a local girls, ¿cuál es la palabra? Albergue de niñas. Ayúdame aquí. I'm sorry, I forgot the word. The word. And búscalo, albergue. And we were able to.
Oh, like Girl Scouts?
No, it's I'm trying to see if someone has the word here. Shelter.
Yeah.
A foster home, exactly. A foster home. Gracias a todas. A foster home where they had, I think there were like 22 girls, and each one of us in the community adopted the girl in the sense that we were being like a godmother, and Mariani got not just the shoe size, pants, underwear, and every person that donated got like a full outfit for the girl, not just a top, but everything. And we then went to the shelter, to the foster home, and we handed in like a package to each of the girls with full outfits, brand new clothing, and that was a great experience.
That is beautiful.
For Project Dress a Girl, someone was asking about the sizing, but that was they're not asking for specific sizes for the foster home. If we do it again, then we need specific sizes because it's for specific girls. Project Dress a Girls is for girls from all over the world, so all sizes are welcome, right?
Right.
Well, thank you so much, Mari, for your time. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with my community, and as always, helping us help others. And definitely, you are already part of Sirena Patterns. My followers are already so I have already subscribed, but just in case someone is not subscribed to Mari's Mari de Jesus channel and hasn't been following her on Instagram, can you tell the info so they can go right now and follow you?
Yeah, absolutely. So on YouTube, you can find me at Mari Sews. It's SEWS. And on Instagram, someone already took that name, so I had to go with something different. And it's you can find me at Mari Sews for Curves on Instagram.
Okay, we're gonna post it here. Mari Sews and Mari Sews for Curves, and Yvette Solis says sewing is our superpower, and that's true, Yvette. Awesome. Thank you so much, Mari. Have a wonderful day. And before we finish our live, I have a few announcements for our community. Thank you so much. Bueno, ¿qué les pareció la entrevista de Mari? Me encantaría, ¿verdad?, que me dijeran. Ahí estamos poniendo la información de YouTube y de Instagram para que vayan, por favor, y la sigan. Me gustaría acordarles un par de cositas. Lo primero es la oferta que tenemos en el Club Sirena Elite. Solo $3 el primer mes, $19.99 los meses adicionales. Estamos creciendo esa comunidad, queremos que se unan, queremos que sean parte. Brene, que se acaba de conectar por ahí, estuvo con nosotros desde el principio, me ayudó muchísimo. Gracias, Brene, por toda tu ayuda, por ser, ¿verdad?, una persona tan servicial y por compartir con la comunidad de Sirena Elite. También quería hablarles de algo que quiero hacer y quiero saber si es algo que a ustedes les interesaría, ¿ok? Yo tengo esta idea de poder dar una clase de un día, pero un día completito, con enseñándoles a diseñar y hacer el primer tual. Un tual es un patrón inicial que tú haces, que no es en la tela final, que no tiene todas las terminaciones, pero que sí tiene el corte y está en la tela que estira igual en el caso de trajes de baño. Yo estoy diseñando un sloper de traje de baño. Un sloper es un patrón base con diferentes niveles de escote, diferentes niveles de pierna, para que las personas puedan decir, ok, yo quiero el escote alto con la pata alta o la pata con mayor, yo quiero cobertura atrás, pero quiero escote al frente, y podamos añadirle a ese patrón algún corte, algún volante, algún detalle. Quiero hacer este taller de un día, y el taller sería no sería un taller para coser un traje de baño bello de principio a fin que vayas a modelar, sino para tener el patrón, yo ayudarles con lo que es la toma de medidas, ayudarles lo que es seleccionar, ¿verdad? En el patrón, cuál de todas las tallas, puede ser una talla arriba, una en la cintura, una en las caderas, cortar ese patrón inicial, hacerle los dibujos de los cortes, yo quiero un corte aquí, quiero un volante acá, bla, bla, bla. Obviamente no es que me digan, no, yo quiero un traje de baño que tenga manga larga, que tenga zipper y que tenga pantalón corto. O sea, no es que podemos hacer todos los estilos, pero partiendo de un patrón base que pudiéramos diseñar el patrón perfecto para ti, con tus especificaciones, con tu entalle, que yo esté allí presencial físicamente para decirle, no, mira, aquí hay que cogerle más, aquí tienes un chivito acá, vamos a cogerla allá, y que en ese taller yo les provea el patrón base, que yo les provea materiales para hacer ese patrón inicial, porque se hace en cualquier color de tela, licra buena, pero puede ser el frente azul, la espalda roja, no importa. Y que entonces podamos establecer ese diseño, y que ese día ustedes salgan con un tual perfecto, o sea, un tual entallado y con el patrón ya entallado, ¿verdad? Con el patrón ya entallado para el patrón ya entallado para que luego en su hogar puedan confeccionar el traje de baño. Esto es una clase enfocada en diseño y en talle, no es una clase enfocada en costura. Sí vamos a hablar de las puntadas y qué sé yo, pero la idea es que si ya usted ha trabajado algo de telas elásticas o cose bastante, pueda unirse. Pero eso sí, sería un grupo pequeño, y los miembros de Sirena Elite les daríamos una oferta especial, pero tiene que ser por un tiempo limitado. ¿A qué me refiero? No vengan el día antes del evento a decir, yo soy miembro de Elite, necesito mi descuento. No. El Early Bird se le daría a los miembros de Sirena Elite con un descuento. Y como dice Norma, para diferentes tallas. Estamos trabajando un patrón hasta talla 3X, Norma. Tú no llegas, entiendo que tú no llegas a esa talla. Yo creo que tú eres medium, pero sí, la idea es esa, patrón de traje de baño para diferentes tallas hasta talla 3X, y que, ¿verdad? Seas plus, seas petit, seas larga, seas bajita, lo que sea, pueda salir con ese patrón. Me gustaría saber a cuántos le interesaría, porque tengo una fecha tentativa que quiero tirar aquí. Recuerden que es tentativa, mi gente, pero les voy a decir qué fecha es. Sábado 8 de octubre, sábado 8 de octubre. Me gustaría que me digan, obviamente no me tienen que decir formalmente porque no les he dado más detalles, pero si yo hago eso de 9 a 3 o algo así, 9 a 12, son 6 horas, de 9 a 3 por ahí, si podemos hacer eso, que en 6 horas puedan de principio a fin mirar el traje de baño, tomarle medidas, sacar el tubal. Yo entiendo que 6 horas les da. Déjenme saber, por ahí tengo interesadas. Voy a ir apuntando a las interesadas para entonces poderlas contactar. Norma, déjame saber si te interesa. Ginny me dice que sí. Janet, provisionalmente sería donde mismo fue este evento, área metropolitana por el momento, a menos que yo tenga que aquí, que la mayoría son del oeste, pues nos vamos para el oeste. Catherine dice que ella sí. Ginette Martínez. Pero sabes que tu media naranja está invitado. Norma Adorno dice que le interesa. Zulibet, buenos días. No sé si escuchaste lo del taller de entalle. Déjame saber si te interesa. Adlin está afuera. Yvette, Brene, Ginette, Katy. Sí, Brene dice que con el sobrante de las camisas podríamos hacer otros trajecitos, pero no serían para Dress a Girl, porque los de Dress a Girl deben ser en algodón abajo. ¿Alguien más que le interese? Catherine, ¿quién para que ayude a Víctor? José. Lo ponemos a trabajar rápido. Bueno, mi gente, nada, le voy a ir dando forma a esto, o espero hoy por la tarde poder enviar el anuncio, lo voy a publicar en el grupo privado de Sirena Elite primero. Si se llenan los espacios con Sirena Elite, pues cerramos ahí. Si no se llenan los espacios, lo abrimos al público en general. Buenos días, Lumari. Y yo creo que puede ser algo bien chévere para hacer. Que tengan muy buen día a todos. Muchísimas gracias. Excelente semana.